Hi everyone, it's Lucy from My Crazy Craft Life, and I'm here today with the design team post for Scrapping for Less. I'm going to be using the Sunny Studio Critter Campout stamp set, as well as the Pink and Main Galaxy Foil background paper pad. I am going to color all of the images with the Teresa Studio 71 alcohol markers. And I didn't leave a lot of that in here just because I'm still working on colors and figuring out kind of how I feel about these. Like I said, so far I like them pretty much. I did buy some more. There's 22 additional ones outside of the 48 pack that you can buy, and I got 21 of them just to try to get some better tones and blending colors. Then what I did next is I had cut out 2 stitched hillsides and then some grass panel, and I did that in a dark brown, a light green for the hillsides, and then the grass was kind of a mid-tone green. And I just used some Distress Oxides to give it a little bit more dimension, and the colors I used was Black Soot, Frayed Burlap, Peeled Paint, and Lucky Clover. And then for the card base itself, I had some in my stash of these larger size, because this is an A2 size card, so it's 5.5 by 4.25, and they were scalloped. It's on craft paper or cardstock, and I like it, but I didn't want it that large, and I didn't want it with the scallops, so I just cut it down to an A2 size card. And then I'm just adhering all of the different pieces onto it, and the little bit of hangover on there I'll just cut off. Once I kind of get the panel set up, I'm just going to place all of the images kind of where I want them to go so that I can turn around and glue them down. I really love that Galaxy foil paper. It just kind of pulls the whole sky scene together without having to make it. I know I make a lot of distress backgrounds using Distress Oxides, and I love doing that, and making the galaxy backgrounds is really cool as well. But just to be able to grab that piece of paper, and then the foil in this are the stars, and that just gives it a really cool look of, the actual sky with the stars in it. And I really like the paper, and they have a lot of cool kind of color combinations that go along with it. There's one that's more of a dusk type color, as well as some, real night skies. But I used the dark one this time because I thought for the campsite it was going to be cuter with that dark image. So I was deciding where I wanted to put the sentiment, and I had the pieces of that scalloped edge that was part of the card, and I thought that would be kind of cute to put on top of it as kind of a border along with the sentiment, instead of trying to put the sentiment somewhere else and maybe heat embossing it with some white embossing powder or something. So I ended up putting the sentiment on that scalloped edge and then just gluing down that scalloped edge. And I used the tape runner for most of it. I used a Zig glue pen for those real small images like the flashlight, and then I used a Nuvo glue pen stick for the scalloped edge that I placed on there. And my sentiment, "Life is better around a campfire," I absolutely loved. So thanks everybody for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this, and there's some suggested videos there if you want to jump in there and check out a couple other videos. So again, thanks for joining me. Take care.